Hi friends, Christy here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today it is time to talk about my book journal. I know it is nearing the end of March and I have never done a flip through yet this year of what I use my book journal for. So I thought today would be a good day to just share with you my book journal. I am not doing, like many other book journal videos, the overhead shots. What I'm going to do is just walk through it with you, and then I will take pictures after and kind of overlay them so you can see each page up close and personal. But I don't have the brain space to try to figure out how to do that kind of overhead shot so I can flip through and talk while I'm flipping through. So I'm just going to talk through it, show you pictures, and we're going to call that good. From the reaction that I got last year, many of you appreciate me showing my book journal because I am not artistic. I use a lot of stickers. I have messy lines. I don't often use a ruler. It's very simple and often just to track goals, not to track my actual reading. And to be honest, it's not even complete, but you'll see that when we get to it. So first off, I have my title page for this year, the 2023 reading journal. Clearly I'm going to put a book there. I was hoping to find a book sticker. I might have to look up a picture of a book and try to draw a book. So I just have one penciled in for the 2023 reading journal, very simple. That's my little title page. Then right off the bat, I have my 23 goals for 2023. I have 5 categories of goals: lifestyle and hobbies, spiritual, financial, one and done, and online. And then I have places to kind of track, and I have the back page here to track some of those things. I'm clearly not keeping up with tracking them. But I just found some, like, you can do this, stickers that I put in there. It's just lines and boxes. Very, very simple for my goals. And in a similar manner, I have my reading goals, which I have shared with you before. So I have 7 reading goals this year, and I've not at all marked. I've read some of my Christmas books already. I've read some Newbery books already. I've read from some different countries. I haven't updated this yet. So I need to do that, but making some progress on those. Short stories. Here you can see I messed up. And so I just taped a piece of white paper and wrote short stories on top of it. But I have my little beehive looking count for short stories. I am going to put a picture down here. I have some smaller ones. I need to put a picture down there. And then across from that, I have my series. These are the series I would like to try to finish this year. Those are the ones I planned ahead. And then already I've made some progress in some newer series or started some newer series. So I have those written down here. And I'm keeping up with that so far. That's, I think, the only page, not the only page, but that's one of the pages I'm actually keeping up with. I have in the past used, let me find my used this version of a series tracker that I learned from Tia and all the books. But for this year, I just wanted to kind of keep track of the series that I'm actually reading, other than these ones that I just want to try to finish, because one of my goals is to finish 6 series this year. Next, I have a couple challenges that I'm working on. So we have the A to Z challenge as well as the buzzword reading challenge. And you can see I've been keeping track of the A to Z challenge and I'm already more than halfway done. I have to get down to the end of the alphabet, but I've been writing in books as I read them for that. And I'm doing pretty good so far with the buzzword reading challenge. I like how I've written that out this year. Put the little prompt at the top and the month on the side. For January, the prompt was Life and Death, and I read The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. February was Verbs, and I read Murder at Malowin Hall. March is Secret, and I'm reading a Kindle book right now called The Kingdom of Secrets, which is a middle grade, one of my NetGalley books. So that will fulfill that prompt if I can get that done before the end of the month. So I'm keeping up with the buzzword reading challenge, and I'm not particular about reading the prompt within that month. So far I am doing that, but I'm okay if by the end of the month I have to like double up or something. We'll see. Then I have this blank page here, which I had Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf challenge taped in here, but the print was way too small. And in order for me to get it to fit on the page, that's the size I needed to print it. So I just kind of recreated with different colors. This is very similar to what her challenge that she printed out looks like. I just changed the colors of it. It's very similar actually to how I did the buzzword reading challenge, but instead of going down, it's across. So January, February, March, April, May, June. So it goes that way. And I am keeping up with that as well. So which is good. I am going to try to keep up with Chantel's challenge because each prompt builds off of the previous prompt. So January was A or the in the title. I did the Dove Keepers. And then in February, I had to choose a book that was a complementary color to what was on the cover of the first book. So Murder at Mallow Hall also fulfilled that prompt for February. Then the next letter of the alphabet was for March. And so Murder at Mallow Hall, I did A Night Divided. And she said A and the don't count for that if I needed to. And so I read A Night Divided, which was an N. So next month I'll be looking for a different genre, which should be pretty easy. I have to make note though, because immediately Way of Kings came to mind, which is a huge book, but May's prompt is more pages. I probably won't count Way of Kings as my different genre because I don't want to have to read something that's more pages than that. But I should have A Night Divided is historical. So if I read anything else that's not historical in April, I'll be good. And then she does a giveaway. So there are 2 boxes on the corners of hers. If I read it, check off 1 box. If I fill out the form, I check off the second box. So I've only filled out the form for January. I actually need to fill out the form for February and March. Then here we go, have our first page that is not filled in completely. I'm kind of bummed about this because I should have only done the world and then left this page to write down the names of the books and the countries they come from. However, I didn't do that. I might try to squeeze them in here. That might look really messy. I did save the next pages though, so I think I will just use the next pages to write them out. I haven't even started this, but I am going to track countries that I read from, and I thought I would track states too. I'm not sure I'm going to this year, but I use this double-sided tape that's really strong. So it's already in there, and I'm not really going to take it out. So I guess I'm tracking Canadian provinces or states as well. And then I could just keep track on these 2 pages. I did move things a little bit so I had room to track or write out on there. Then we have my middle grade March page. I don't make a page usually for most readathons, but because middle grade March is my readathon, I did make a page for that. So I just have our prompts over here. I'm going to put a picture of our group read a Rover story right here. I got one of the stickers from our shop to put here with our new logo because I love it. And then I just list the books over here. I don't love the pen that I used. I think I have a pen that's this darker green color, so I might just write over those. I liked this pen because it has the dot. So I can mark if it's an award winner, sci-fi dystopian, Sky or Sea on the cover, neurodivergent, published in the last year. Those are our 5 challenges. And then I also add a column for Newbery. There are some that won't have any because they're kind of wild card picks, which is fine as well because I have all the prompts already covered. I've read 21 so far, 21 middle grade plus 2 non-middle grade. So I've read 23 books so far. I took a day yesterday and I did not read one single thing. And it was kind of nice to have a little break. It's one of my tips for reading a book a day is to take a break when you need it. And so I had a break yesterday. And that is the final page that I've actually done. I do have one more post-it in here because I would like to do a favorites book bracket this year. I've seen different versions of a book bracket, so I'm going to decide which one I'd like to do, if I'm going to do a full 2-page spread and kind of, I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly yet, but there are ideas out there. Other people have done this before, and I'm going to find the one that I think will work best for me. So I'm saving these 2 pages for a book bracket, and that's it. So this book journal will last me. I started it in 2021, I believe. Yeah, I started it in 2021, and then I have 2022 in here. There's my goals for 2022. My sorry little cover page for 2022, and now 2023. And I probably could fit maybe 1 or 2 more years in here as well, which is really fun. I have a tendency to not keep up with stuff. It is what it is. I like making it, so it's fun for me. I did want to just share one more page with you because I had room to include this year's Christmas book exchange in my book exchange page. So I have 2019, 2020, 2021, and now 2022. So this is just this past Christmas. I will have to create a new, I have room on the back. I can continue going there, but this is nice to have one place to keep all my Christmas books. And I actually need to fill in, because I've read a couple this year already. So I need to fill in some of this, but that is how I use my reading journal. And that's what I have so far done. I'm not fancy, like I said. It's mostly lines and boxes and stickers. And so I just wanted to share that with you because many of you do a similar type of reading journal or feel pressure to do a fancy reading journal, which I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing people do bullet journals and fancy journals and all the art and the creativity. They're calming videos for me to watch. I don't watch all of them, but I enjoy watching a bullet journal flip through or a bullet journal setup. But I also know that that's just not me. I will not keep up with it. Even these, I have to remember to pull it out every once in a while and fill it in and stuff. But I would love to hear from you. What did you think about my little reading journal? How do you journal? If you do, if you don't, that's fine too. There's absolutely no need to. It's just something fun I like to do and wanted to share it with you. So thank you so much for watching this shorter little video. I hope that you enjoyed taking a look at my journal, a little glimpse into my style of reading tracking and goal tracking, really. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate you. Let's chat down in the comments and I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.